That's good, Rob. Right then, guys, so we are down here today at Trafford Golf Centre in Manchester, myself, Rick Shiels, and one of my clients who's been very generous to come down here and test a golf club for me today. This is Rob Potter. Say hello, Rob.
Oh.
So Rob's a 13 handicapper who currently plays, you just moved to Heron's Reach, haven't you, in Blackpool?
Yeah.
So he's playing there now, but he's testing a golf club here for me today that's had quite a lot of interest and hype, and I've been waiting for a perfect test study. And Rob is my perfect test study. So, club he's got in his hand at the moment is the TaylorMade SLDR S, which we've all heard about, but we've got the 16-degree option. So this is 16 degrees worth of loft, which is quite a scary loft at first because it's one of those ones where you think, well, this is surely not going to work. We're going to test it on GC2. I've got some HMT now as well, which is the head measuring technology, so we can give some club head speed, etc. data. And the reason why I've chose Rob is because he's the kind of golfer that would benefit from this driver the most. So there's no point in me hitting it because I just hit it to space. I do literally hit it too high because the spins, everything else, but it's a fantastic club for Rob. And I'm going to explain why and also give you some evidence to back that stuff up at the moment. There you go, sir.
Thank you.
You've been hitting it already this morning and he quite likes it and enjoys it. What was your first worry when I gave you that club? Like I said, Rob's a client of mine, so he comes down here for lessons myself. And he's currently using a 10.5 degree driver and wanted more distance. Now, just to give you a bit of background with Rob, he's about 91 miles per hour club head speed. Lost a bit of distance because we had a bit of an accident a couple of years ago, is it now?
Yeah.
So unfortunately lost a bit of club head speed, but we're going to gain that distance back with a bit of technology. That's what we're going to do. So when I first gave Rob the driver, well, I'll let you kind of explain that because it was quite a...
Yeah, the fear I have with it is that I've had a 13-degree driver in the past, and it was a high trajectory driver, and you're hitting it anything to wind. That I played an inland links kind of replicate like an inland links with the wind at Leyland, and then I went to Heron's Reach, and of course, being a seaside course, it gets the tidal wind. So I was bothered about, and I proved it with a 13-degree driver. It just went up in the air and just dropped down to the lady's tee. It was ridiculously short. So when I saw this and it being a 16-degree driver, instantly my fears came in.
He gave it me straight back and went, no, I'm not hitting that because it's just going to go too high. But the advantage with this is that it's supposed to be low spinning. So that's the only difference to the one that I think you tested before because that wasn't quite as low spinning.
No.
So this is supposed to, we've all heard about the loft up, theory in TaylorMade SLDR clubs. The reason being is because it doesn't spin a great deal. And this is kind of what I explained to you, wasn't it, Rob, about the centre of gravity? Yeah. And now you've understood it a little bit further. But don't take, my word for it. We've seen how this works, but I want to show you the evidence on the GC2 as well. But because the centre of gravity moves forward, it spins less. So we need to get that golf ball up in the air a little bit more. Regardless of the number on the bottom, we need to get that golf ball up in the air with low spin with the TaylorMade SLDR driver. I just want to clarify this again because many drivers, if they brought out 16-degree loft, this wouldn't work particularly because the spin would be too much, and it's exactly what you've seen. Yeah. And I think that's the 16 degrees driver hardest battle because you might be using it in a golf club that spins too much and it just would not work at all. What other fears did you have, though? Tell us some more fears about that, Rob.
Well, the fears I had, is that I was going to be losing the distance, but I was then concerned about, hopefully I'll still have the accuracy. And it was just trying to get the two things in tandem, in parity. The way it's explained, it needs to be explained a bit better with the amateur to understand. I think so. How you're not going to lose this. Everybody's going to want to go for a 10-degree driver because that's what they see the pros using. Yeah. They know they're booming it. Not everybody can be Bubba. Yeah. Simple as that.
Don't say Dustin anymore.
No.
Just Bubba. Yeah. I've seen that he's spitting his dummy out at the moment. But
just a bit.
That is the fear that you see the things on TV, but these guys are lofting up when they're using the TaylorMade, and that's what I keep saying. This is not for the ping clubs, the Callaway clubs. This is for the 16-degree SLDR.
Yeah, because Justin went up as well for a couple of tournaments as well. So you've got a guy there who's a major winner who's happy enough to take that hit and look like he's got a 13 handicapped club and we use it on tour. I feel so much better already.
Right, we're going to get Rob hitting some. like I say, we've got GC2 set up. We're going to be hitting real golf balls, and we've got the HMT as well, which is my new addition just here on the end. This measures all the head data so we can give club head speed, etc., etc. When you set it up, what do you think?
When you set up to it, you think, I'm never going to miss this.
Because when I set up, I thought I'm going to hit the roof.
Yeah.
It seems mega lofted.
It's like having a lob wedge in your hand.
It
with
is.
a long shaft.
It is. And that's again, that first, you put it in someone's hand and that's their first thought, it's going to go, to space.
It's the essence of you want to tee down lower because it's got more loft.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's kind of like having that, it's like having an oversized 3-wood.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it feels. That's the analogy to it.
Yeah, it is.
And
I guess does that build you with a bit of confidence?
It builds me confidence in terms of I'm going to be able to launch it and get it up, but the confidence that I need to see it with the evidence, is that it will go further than my 3-wood.
Yeah.
So it's getting that mindset right. It's like it's basic psychology to yourself on what you're going to hit.
Yeah, perfect. I love it. Right, you ready, Rob?
Yeah.
So. Rob's been very brave here on camera as well, but we're going to hit some shots. We might not record them all, but we're going to get 10 shots in data-wise. So, your normal carry distance, Rob, would be what? Without me saying, what's your normal carry distance?
It's about 200 to 210. Sometimes it can go a little bit higher than that. So,
yeah.
Between 210 to 220.
I would definitely back that up. We're aiming for 220 carry. That's what when we sat down together to start off, we wanted 220 carry. We've gained a bit of that with club head speed and technique, but now we're after that with a little bit of help from technology. So let's see what this bad boy does. Nice shot, Rob. Really nice. Does that doesn't look like it's got ridiculous amounts of snow on it, does it?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't look stupid high. It was higher.
I've hit no birds.
So, right, some data. So I'm going to throw all that up on screen for you as well, guys. That carried 216. It's a little bit of an improvement in carry.
Yeah.
It launched off the face at 18.1.
Yep.
So a little bit higher than the loft. So obviously hitting slightly on the way up. And it spun, this is the interesting one, at 1762. It's quite low spinning, really. Yeah. It moved a little bit left in the air because we've got this in what we would class as being the slightly draw biased option. The weight at the bottom, just slightly draw biased. So we might tweak that. 23 yards left, but a really nice flight. It didn't look stupid high, though.
No, it didn't.
Peak height, 30 yards up in the air. Not stupid, really. Right, let's give that another go. And did it feel all right?
Yeah, it felt great. For middle lift, even better.
Yeah, good shot. Same height, exactly the same height. That looked higher. Yeah. I think it went higher quicker as it launched. No, actually, it didn't. Launched almost the same, 17.9. So 30 yards up in the air again. 210 carry that time, 1900 spin. So about the same, a little bit left again, so it turned into that left corner, but yeah, not bad. Yeah, that. And one last question before we hit the 10. Is that the flight you expected to hit with the 16?
I actually expect it being even higher.
Yeah?
I really did.
Honestly, when I hit it, it's proper up to space.
If you look at the 13 that I used to have, that I was hitting, I would say the 13 goes higher than what this 16 does.
Well, we did some tests recently. We did some hitting before with his 10.5 degree driver. His peak height was averaging at 21.
Right.
So that was your 10.5 driver. At peak height was carrying at 21. So this is going a little bit higher than that. Well, 9 yards higher.
Yeah.
So it's pretty. Did I say feet then or yards? So it's 21 yards is 10.5, and this one is 30. I'm currently averaging at 31 yards peak height. Right, hit me one more, and then we're going to hit some on. We're going to hit the 10 off camera, so we get some nice data.
Okay.
Oh yeah, good hit again. It's a bizarre kind of seeing that flight from you, because after coaching you for a while, that height doesn't normally happen. It comes out much lower, your ball flight.
I'm only hitting ants.
Head height. 35 yards up in the air that time. Right. A little bit higher. You ready for this?
Well.
221 carry. 221 yards carry, and 2,221 spin. So if you reduce that spin even more, that would probably gone further. 18.3, but it was your best ball speed. You got that coming out at 132 that time. So the efficiency off the face was pretty good. Smash factor 1.48. So the smash factor was really good as well. So guys, we're going to now hit 10 and come back with the results, so that we've got some averages then. So we've got some kind of a baseline to how Rob is hitting this 16-degree driver. I just want to clarify, I don't think this driver's for everyone at all. I think if you hit maybe club head speeds over and above a certain range, over 100 miles per hour, or if you hit up on the golf ball too much, which I know I do, so I'm the worst for this. I hit up and I've got 110 miles per hour club head speed, it's just up to space. If you're a golfer that hit massively on the way down and you had that much club head speed, you might get away with it slightly because the loft will help you. But let's go with 7 more and then we'll see what the averages come out at. Yeah, that's amazing. 225 carry. 225 carry. We'll have to get you one of these. Right, so we've done the 10 after Rob's stopped celebrating. We've done the 10 now. I mean, celebrate all you want. I think that's amazing. Right, let's get the averages up on the screen. Right, so 10 shots, real golf balls, GC2, HMT. So we'll get some club head data and some ball data as well. Average carry distance after the 10.
Yeah.
We were about 200 to 210 in the past with your 10.5.
Yeah.
You carried that 216. Your best one was 225, your very last shot then. It's good hitting, really good hitting. Your spin rate is 2,166. Mm-hmm. So, that's what SLDR promised that they're going to try and do, low spin, so as close to 2,000 we can. And the launch angle off the face was 18.1. Your peak height averaged at 33 yards up in the air. Right. So pretty decent as well. The best thing is the shot shapes. Yeah. So I'm going to put all 10 on screen now. And if we look at the dispersion of all 10, I'll show you there, Rob, as well. Yeah. They've all just slightly turned into that left corner, but are all really tight. So you're hitting just a little draw. It's actually quite a tricky day today because the wind's off the left. So in Rob's head, it's hard for him to commit to his target line, particularly as much. So he's just drawing it into that wind a fraction. It doesn't show on the GC2, but just in real life, that has a big influence. And if we look at the height, that's not ridiculous high.
No, it's not.
In fact, one of your highest, let's see which one your highest one was, 41 yards up in the air, carried at 218. So one of your highest carried the furthest. So one thing that when we're just hitting there, Rob just said about what happens into headwind. So he's asking, because it's quite windy today, say what happens into headwind. And the only thing I can then kind of throw on that, and guys, please do share your opinions on here as well if you've got an SLDR driver. From my understanding of it, the lower the spin, the less the wind should affect it into the wind. Yeah. So again, that's what my understanding of it. So if that spun nearer to 3,000, the wind into would affect that golf ball a bit further.
That's my fear. Yeah. He's I'm playing over at Blackpool now, and with the tidal winds, anything that's going to be into wind, it's going to come down with snow on it, seagulls, aircraft, everything. I'm really, really worried about it.
So, but I genuinely think with the lower spin, I think you'll be all right with that. Yeah. But that's going to be proof in the pudding. But I wanted to, guys, show you today that a 16-degree driver, certainly the SLDR driver, the S1, isn't a super scary tool. Would you agree? Because the data backs the golf shot up. If you're a golfer who struggles with height, who struggles with maybe not generating as much club head speed as you would desire to, we'll get you in the gym, Rob. We'll get you in Barry. we'll get you working it out. You'll have to give that back if you do. You'll be less loft. But if you don't generate loads and loads and loads of club head speed, you can help the golf ball travel. I mean, 220, 216 average carry distance, that's good. That is a good hit. Because that's going to run out to 230, 240.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not exaggeration.
That's what we're after.
And for a 13 handicapper, and for your dispersion, that was really, really tight. The only thing I would slightly do is tweak that maybe into the neutral setting or maybe the slightly fade setting. Yeah. But you quite like that ball flight, don't you?
It's just nice to see something that goes further left than going a postcode to the right.
Yeah. So we might leave it in that setting, but if you wanted to, you could slightly move that to a fade setting, maybe straighten that shot up, guys. Guys, I want to thank Rob. Honestly, we really do appreciate you coming down here today.
Anytime, yeah.
And as a little thank you, take that. That's yours.
No way.
That's yours. You can. I want to use that because I think that's a driver that's going to really suit you.
Yeah.
So you keep that.
Certainly, yeah, thank you.
Guys, you can check Rob out on Twitter as well. I'll put Rob's Twitter name down at the bottom. It's a bit of a crazy one, but I'll put it down here at the bottom. Rob's a fantastic client. It's been a great sport to come down here today. He's hit loads of golf balls. He's got himself a new toy. New TaylorMade 16-degree driver. And I'm going to put all them stats, like I say, I've put them all on screen already. But just to highlight, a 16-degree driver can work in the correct hands. Serious when I hit it, it's up to space.
It is.
Right, Rob, pleasure. Guys, if you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe by clicking the link down below and you can check out my next video in the window here. We'll see you all soon. And that was the TaylorMade 16-degree driver, the SLDR.